Alright, so here I have some freshly washed chicken thighs. You can use any chicken that you want to use. It's really up to you. So I have some chicken thighs here, so I'm going to go ahead and use these. So we're going to go ahead and season this now. So I'm using some all-purpose seasoning salt to season my meat, but you can use regular salt. It's really up to you. And you want to do this for both sides. I'm using a little bit of black pepper. I'm just adding the slightest bit of chili peppers to this. I'm adding some basil. You can season this however way you like. It is really up to you and what you like. I'm adding a little bit of dill. And last but not least, I'm just adding some crushed bay leaves. Look at that. And now I'm just gonna begin to just rub these all over the skin. You can remove the skin if you want to, but I would recommend you keep it on. It just allows all the juices to be sealed into this chicken, and then it's just so soft and it's just really amazing. Alright, so now we're gonna move to our stove. At this time, you want to turn your oven on to 350. So once you have your frying pan on your stove, you just want to go ahead and just add some oil to that. About a tablespoon or so is good. You don't need a lot. And then you want to ensure that coats the entire pot. And then you just want this to heat up just a little bit before we add our chicken. Alright, so once your oil is nice and hot, you want to go ahead and actually place your chicken right in there. But I'm going to do mine skin side down. Alright. And it's going to take about 7 minutes for it to get a nice golden crispy color on each side. So you want to add all of these. My stove is on medium right now. So 7 minutes. So during that time, you want to go ahead and cut up some onions and some garlic. So I have 3 cloves of garlic here. Hi, baby. My own. Someone's here for the video. And I have 1 onion. You can cut these up in whatever size you like and just get these ready for the next step. So it's been about 7 minutes. That looks amazing. We're going to go ahead and turn these now. So for this side now, you just want to give it about 3 minutes. Remember, we're going to bake these, so you don't need both sides being crispy. And then you want to remove them onto your plate. You don't need to put a paper towel, nothing like that. You're going to need all those juices. So here I have some dried tomatoes. So these ones are already diced. If yours come whole, you can just blend them up just a little bit to about this consistency. You don't want to overdo it, and you don't want to puree it too smooth either. So leaving some chunks in there is pretty okay. So now we can go ahead and remove our chicken. Alright, let's see. That's just perfect. You don't need anything more than that. Look at that. That's just perfect. So once you've removed all your chicken now, you want to go ahead and throw off some of your fatty oil. But you just want to leave just a bit in there to saute your onions and garlic. So it's been approximately 3 minutes since our onions and garlic has been sauteing. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my diced tomatoes right into there. And you just want to turn your stove up from low because you want this to come to a nice little boil now. So we're going to go ahead and mix that in. And then we're going to wait for it to start boiling up. So once our sauce has reached to that boiling point, you just want to turn your stove down on medium low heat because you're just going to let this simmer now. So here I just have a little concoction that I made up. Sugar, salt, parsley, and a hint of black pepper. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that right into there. This is quite optional. You don't have to add this. I'm just spicing mine up a little bit. So we're going to let this cook on our stove for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to add it right into our baking pan before we put our chicken right in. So it's been approximately 5 minutes since my sauce has been cooking and smells really good. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I have a 1/4 cup of butter, and I'm just going to add that right into there. So after I'm done that now, I'm just going to take some oregano. You can use fresh oregano. I'm using the dried one. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of that right into there. And then you want to just mix that in now. So once I've done that, I'm gonna transfer it over to my baking pan. I'll put all of that in there. So our sauce is looking really good and it smells amazing. So you want to take each piece of your chicken now and just put it right in there. You don't have to bury them. Just put them nice and snug right into there. So the juices in your plate, go ahead and add them. It's just gonna add more flavor to your dish. That is amazing. And now what you want to do is bake these bad boys for about 25 to 30 minutes in your oven at 350. So I'm going to put mine, actually I'm going to move mine a shelf up. Yeah. So I'm putting mine on the second shelf, and I will see you guys back in about 25 to 30 minutes. Bye. That looks amazing. So be sure to try this out. You won't be sorry. It's very delicious, and you can serve it with your favorite spaghetti, rice, potato, or whatever you want to have this with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and see you for the next one. Enjoy.